Hey everyone, welcome back to Bear's Workshop. We got a bunch of parts in, and in this video we're going to get them installed. What we didn't get is the airbag bypass yet. I believe that's coming from Ireland, so that's going to take, another week or so to come in. So in the next video we're going to replace the bypass, and we're going to sand down the areas of clear coat that are delaminating. We're also going to make sure we get the car ready to plasti-dip. Decided to plasti-dip instead of paint because I really suck at painting, and I think plasti-dipping is a little bit more forgiving. I've only ever plasti-dipped wheels. They've always came out really nice. I've always went with black, but that's probably why. So I'm not sure how it's going to go. If you go over to dipyourcar.com, you take a look at the carbon blue pearls. That's probably what we're going to go with. Maybe. We'll see what happens. So in this video, we're going to replace the front struts. The air struts are going to get replaced, and the front and rear brake rotors and the brake pads. There's absolutely no saving any of those parts. The brake job went pretty typical, except Tony actually undid the caliper bolts that hold it together. It's 4 pistons, and it holds it together, and there's bolts on either side. He's just used to see bolts in a caliper, you take them off, because he's used to a single piston caliper, like from his old Dodge that he has. But so we leaked a little bit of brake fluid. So no big deal. We did bleed the brakes. We had to get some .4 brake fluid because this car takes .4. In case you're wondering what the difference between .4 and .3 is, which .3 is in most cars, is .4 has a higher boiling point. And I only found this out a couple weeks ago when I had to bleed the brakes on my Razor. So I'm like, what's the difference? Look it up. Okay, I don't know why your brake fluid would boil more in like a Razor or a Mercedes. I mean, the Razor is a single piston. The Mercedes is a 4 piston, so that could have something to do with it. I don't know. I'm not an engineer because I'm not mean. So, just a little fun fact for you. The rotors were on there pretty solid. We had to bang them off, lube them up. They were so badly worn. They're some of the worst rotors I've ever seen. As far as the edge of, there was probably a good 1/4-inch lip around where the brake pads would be, and we got them off, no big deal. We got the new pads, everything's on there. We had one problem with one of the rotors. I'll talk about that later. Once we had the rotors off on the front, we did do the 2 front Airmatic struts. One was clanking and had a boot that was torn. Otherwise, it was holding air just fine. The right front looked fine, but we had an error code. It was C1322. Faulted component Y52Y1, right solenoid component Y52Y1, right solenoid valve. So we measured the ride height, and it was actually 1 inch lower than the left side. I mean, that's why we measured it, and we found out, okay, this isn't right. So we replaced that strut also. Taking out the struts required just the top 3 bolts. Disconnecting the air line, which is tucked into the wheel well, and attached to the ABS sensor. So you got these 2 lines, they come together. You need tiny little baby fingers in order to get them plugged into underneath the wheel well. Fortunately, Tony has tiny little baby fingers, and I don't mean that as an insult, because it's very handy to have little tiny tools like that in the shop. So he was able to, they clip together and then they plug in together. Kind of weird, but it works, and we had a little trouble getting it in, getting it to stick. There's a metal clip that goes around it, but we eventually got them in. We finished with adding some bolts to the exhaust and topping off the coolant, which was low. While we were under the car, we did see some puddling oil that was hanging in the plastics. Not one drop of oil has dripped off the car yet and onto the ground. So we're not sure if this is an active leak or if it's an old leak or something else. I think maybe from some spillage from some time ago. So everything was sitting there. just fine without dripping on the floor. So we're hoping that there's no oil leaks. If there is, we'll have to get under there and take care of it. Once we got rid of several codes, overall we got rid of several codes, one for the Airmatic system and one for the coolant. We did take it for a test drive, which you can go ahead and see right here.
Seems okay. Go into the woods. Our version of woods. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounded like on that back tire.
Well, I only heard it over there. I didn't hear it like anywhere else. Keep going. Right back tire. It's a right back tire.
Yeah. It's like it loses power, like it doesn't want to kick itself around.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if that's some kind of sensor in the back, limits power on one side, puts it to the other.
Okay, we got the ESP turned off for this one. We still got a clonking noise. Ah, yeah, that's what we were looking for. That was it. Car was hesitating off the line, but it's because we're on the dirt. So as soon as it was sensing that it was losing traction, it was stopping. It was cutting power to it. Donuts! All right, let's fix that tire. That's exactly what it was. That was a safety feature.
Okay, so on the back rear tire, what we found was the brake kit that I bought. Got it real cheap. It was 4 rotors, 4 sets of pads, and a couple of sensors. In those sensors, we found there was 3 sensors that were given. We only needed 2. 2 of them were bad. One of them was good. The brake kit cost $250. It was a cheap fix to get all the brakes up and running. But the back rear rotor had a burring on the edge, and it's rubbing against the brake shield. And we went ahead and cut that back a little bit. It's a little bit better, but it's in nowhere going to affect anything. It's just going to make a little bit of noise. But we cut it back. The noise isn't as bad. That took care of that. So as far as that goes, we're all set on that. So that concludes this video. We got just about everything working, everything that we talked about. We are waiting on a couple more parts, and we're going to start sanding the car down. We're not taking off all the paint. We're just going to take off all the places where it's peeling. Wherever we have to do some body work, we're going to take care of that there. And we'll have another video coming out shortly. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Bye.